almost 15 people in here. That's pretty cool. It'll be better if we had like 15 likes. Hey, Wolfpack, you're drunk? Hey, bro, I'm drinking a little something too, you know? And hey, we might have a special guest, someone you guys haven't seen in a while. He might make a very short appearance. That's right. I'm talking about Filmmaster Adam, guys. So call your mama, call your daddy, and whatever. Call somebody. But there might be a special guest here. He might pop by. I don't know. I'll let everybody know ahead of time. But without further ado, guys, we're gonna jump into this thing. We're gonna do this thing doggy style. So let's count this thing down, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Zombie.
So,
You talking a chipmunk voice, so you about to do it doggy style. That was funny.
Couldn't take it seriously. Unless that's how you really sound, you know, when you're.
Now that's about to do it doggy style.
Doggy style. So this is not on the topics list, but I want to throw this out. Okay, without any of you guys cheating, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't look on your computer. I don't want y'all to cheat. So, usually when a movie comes out the following week, the average drop is 55 to 60% for a movie. Mm-hmm. Without anybody cheating, can anybody guess how much percent Sinners dropped in the second week?
I think it went up.
It went up 150%.
Danny?
I don't think it dropped. If it dropped, not that much.
It did not go up. I have never seen this before.
I'm thinking about 10%, maybe.
Close. It dropped 6%.
That is amazing. And I can, because all of my Facebook feed this weekend, everybody went and saw it this weekend because last weekend was Easter. Everybody was doing stuff. Everybody went out and saw it this weekend. Everybody was saying, "Oh, the hype is real. The hype is real. The hype is real." I saw it like multiple times on my Facebook feed today.
Well, it was interesting too. I saw Star Wars Episode 3 came in number 2. I looked this up like 2 days ago.
Dude, I went and saw it last night with Adam and my wife and everybody. That theater was packed.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah.
And did you see that Samuel L. Jackson when it went to one of the theaters with with what's his name again? Anakin.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. Yep. They both showed up with their lightsabers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, Sinners. If it doesn't win something, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I know it's gonna get nominated. Whether or not it's gonna win, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's 6 when I have a guy who sends me topics and news and stuff. When he sent me this, I looked at it. I was like,
believe it?
6%? Like, no. Like, there's no way. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So,
and I checked to see how much it opened to, and it opened up to 46 million, and it only dropped like a million.
So in reality, that's really not staying steady. That's not a drop in reality, you know.
Yeah.
I believed in it so much that I said it went up 150%. Believe it or not.
I thought it went up too. I mean,
I didn't think it went up, but I knew it dropped. Like I said, I saw this, but I couldn't remember the numbers. But man, I'm telling you, this is the only movie since Endgame and Black Panther
you want to see again?
That I've gone back and seen twice in the same week.
I was going to go yesterday again, but I got off work way too late, so I didn't get a chance to go.
My son said, "I want to see it, Dad." We went Thursday. Well, no, we went Tuesday.
Yeah,
and bro, I told y'all because I never seen all that.
Yeah,
like, it's got liquor and wine.
Danny was living the good life.
Yeah,
I've never seen that at my theater.
We got reclining chairs.
Man, they had leather chairs, rocking seats. I'm like, what is this?
Yep.
We went to so yesterday we went and saw Revenge of the Sith, which I got something I want to say about that. And then early this morning, we went to the matinee to see The Accountant too. Highly recommend that movie. That movie was awesome.
Yesterday. I don't want to go see that.
That movie was awesome. But when I went to the bathroom, my wife said there was a family all dressed like characters from The Sinners.
I'm seeing that they're dressed in that
From
old
The Sinners, really?
Yeah,
They're
dressed
like
in that time period.
Yeah, I'm seeing people
okay,
do that.
okay.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people do that now. So it's
getting word of mouth.
But you
I
see,
think this movie's gonna be a cult classic 20 years from now. I think it'll be one of those cult classic movies that people always talk about.
Yeah, but you see, that's when people used to dress properly. Like go back into the area.
Oh, I love that era. I love that era. Minus the racism and everything. I love that.
Minus the
racism. Absolutely. I can only imagine.
They got the racism, the 1930s.
Yeah, good music and cool, cool cars. Been like
one thing about the movie, it keeps making you think. When you go back and watch it, makes you think about more stuff. And you watch other people. Like I watch Brian the Grizzly and his dad.
Yeah.
Two perspectives, 30-year difference, and the dad saw it different than the son.
Yeah.
And one thing too, man, I went back and I was talking about that. I said, man, everybody said that Smoke was the strongest, but I think Stack was the strongest.
Why is that?
Because Stack showed restraint.
As a vampire, you mean?
As a vampire.
Yeah.
I think Stack was easily adaptable. And then there were 2 times in the movie when Stack was like, come on, Smoke. And Smoke was he knows Stack was dead and messed up. Still was going to unlock that door. He still was going to walk out, even though he saw that crazy stuff. So I think Stack had more influence on Smoke and vice versa.
I think it's more that their brotherly love and connection.
I was about to just say that.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to say, just because they were vampires doesn't mean they forgot that life.
Yeah.
He's still his brothers, and he made that vow with his brother not to mess with Preacher Boy, and he kept that vow.
Not only that, the moment they can change to a vampire, they get the thoughts and memories of everybody.
Yeah. The vampires share the thoughts and memories.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if it's vampire lore, that means Haley Steinfeld is a little bit stronger than he is because she made him.
Yeah. I don't know what their lore in that is like, how that works in that universe,
All I know is Haley from the 1990s can come by anytime.
I like her better in the 30s.
I like her both ways. I'll take her anyway. Hey, when she opened her mouth and that southern accent came out, I was like, oh, I'm done.
I wish
your knees got weak.
I was like, thank God I was sitting down.
You think they're gonna do like I hear different theories about they're gonna do one about how Remick became a vampire and his backstory.
Coogler said he's not doing a sequel.
It's a one and done. He says a one and done. Yeah. Maybe someone else will take it.
Yeah,
I saw someone do a concept thing where it's like, the Marvel does like the cinematic universe. They did a supposed Sinners universe. It had like Sinners 2, Sinners, whatever. It's like 5 movies.
It's not a bad. I applaud him for doing that because he's gonna get a lot of push for people to bring out a second one. But we all know that like second ones don't usually do as.
You could actually ruin the first one,
and that's
sometimes they do better though because
sometimes.
I think Predator 2 is better than Predator 1.
Yeah, but Predator is not an arts film. This is an arts film. It's a vampire film, but it's an arts film.
The only storyline I would want to see is an in between time of Stack and Mary character.
Yeah, to see that.
Oh no, the prequel.
I'd like to see how they transition from the 30s.
Oh, you're talking about
where they end up meeting Sam.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah,
like them taking place like in the 50s or the 60s or 70s.
Did they start a different covenant or something like that?
Well,
I would like to see them. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dan.
I'd like to see them the day after Smoke sacrifice himself and see how they transition from there to the night they meet Sammy. I would love to see that movie and see how they kind of navigate it through time. Because they still got the mindset of the 30s, but now they're trying to navigate.
Or let's do. We saw the black part of it in the Mississippi South. Let's go back to those Native Americans that we first saw in the movie.
I'm still mad them Native Americans never showed back up toward the end.
That's the one caveat I have. Like I thought they were going to show up to help them out at the end.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
But they never.
But they were like, "No, we're just going to go
We out.
They were like black people because they were black people that doing. Oh,
they were like the Night Stalkers, right?
Bye.
Yeah, but it was clear in the lore of the first part of that movie that they hunt vampires.
Yeah,
they look like Night Stalkers.
They were hunting. Yeah.
So maybe they ran into Blade and they just, but
I wonder how they caught him unaware like that because usually he kind of he's on top of it. At least he seemed to be.
One rumor that I did hear was even though because Coogler came out publicly and said
he said that
he's not doing a sequel. However, they could do like a Creed situation where he directed the first Creed and then handed it off to someone else. Well, the second movie wasn't by Michael B. Jordan; it was by a different director.
But the third one was.
The third one was Michael B. Jordan. I don't want to see Michael B. Jordan direct the Sinners movie.
No,
I like Creed 3, but it's the weakest out of the trilogy.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, if Ryan doesn't want to do another directly, hands-on like that, just have someone else do it, but him kind of in the background, just ask him, how you want this to proceed creatively,
He could be like George Lucas. He could be the George Lucas of the Sinners universe.
Yeah.
One second here. I need you all to smash the like button, man. We haven't even hit 20 likes yet. Before I get to this super chat, though, I want to say one quick thing. So, I'm not gonna go long on this topic. I just want to say something real quick. So, I went and saw Revenge of the Sith last night with my wife and Adam and his girl, and it was a fun time. Theater was packed. I want to say this because it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. We give Disney Star Wars a lot of crap, rightfully so. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many, which I did throw that joke out in the middle of the theater, did get a laugh. We threw out, me and Adam threw out a lot of jokes. I threw out a Shannon Sharpe joke when Anakin was choking Padme. Wow. But dude, the theater, it was great. They were laughing. But that dialogue in that movie was horrendous. And there's some stupid dialogue in that movie, and I was like, from stuff that Hume says, and now he Portman and Sam Jackson, some of the dialogue they said, I'm like, bro, I can't believe somebody wrote this. This is horrible. And then today, since I got done watching Revenge of the Sith, I went back and I binged all of Obi-Wan. Okay, it's only 6 episodes, so I binged it. We give her a lot of crap, but I think that's a lot of nostalgia glasses on it because I know DJ, you don't have that much connection to it because you just started getting into it. I seen Revenge of the Sith 5 times in theaters 20 years ago. Watching it now, it's the dialogue is pretty bad, and I think
it doesn't age well. You're trying to say?
Yeah, it's still fun to see because everybody in the theater, when they're she's having twins, I was like, what? And then Adam's like, did you know this? And everybody started laughing. It's fun to go with a bunch of people, but man, it's pretty cheesy in a lot of spots in that movie. Pretty cheesy. So I just thinking maybe we need to cut Disney a little slack in the future. Fast 83 and a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. We're 4 likes away from 20 likes. Rob didn't like episode 2 of The Last of Us. I caught your live stream earlier this week. No, my wife is done with the show. She officially dropped out of the show.
Is it because of Joel dying? Yeah. I mean, I find it funny because we all knew the game. We all knew it was happening.
I knew.
People who don't know about the game were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yo."
But don't forget though, a lot of people stopped playing the game because of that.
I didn't play the second game, but I knew what happened. I've seen gameplay.
I'm the same one. I boycotted the game. Yeah. I knew it was going to happen. But I thought they were going to save it for the end of the season.
And that's why I said I thought they were going to kind of drag it out.
Yeah, because they said the second game was going to be 2 seasons long. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, well, they'll probably do this Joel thing toward like episode 8 or 9. Second season Mario Golf.
I said 5 or 6. That's when it would be. But I didn't hate it. I thought it was a little, it shocked me that they came at it so fast with it. That's the only shocking part of me. Once I saw where the story was going, the episode, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is about to happen."
But my wife, I filmed her.
Yeah,
and that was her. Really, that was a mild reaction.
Oh, a lot of people are like that. People they don't even watch the show.
She was mad. Before I filmed her, she got up and she was mad. She went to do the laundry and she's like, "Don't you talk to me." I'm like, what? She's like, you knew this was gonna happen.
Like you wrote the show.
She was so mad she didn't separate the weights from the colors.
She's like, you knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, babe, I didn't know this was gonna happen right now. She's like, but you knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, if it makes you feel better, a lot of people felt that same way 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to admit, I wasn't planning on watching the season 2, but since I heard so many people talking about what happened and how it happened, I was curious. So I went and I watch episode 1 and 2. And I gotta say, it reminded me of The Walking Dead with Negan. That's all it reminded
but
me.
here's the problem, though. I don't want to say nothing to spoil anything, but at least in The Walking Dead, you get payoff for it.
Yes,
There's no payoff for this.
Yeah, I agree
and I went and told my wife, I'm like, look, we're not gonna finish watching this because obviously you don't want to finish watching. I'm not gonna say these spoilers to you because I know you don't know what happens, but I told her what happens.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want her to sit there and think like, oh well, we're gonna get payoff for this because there is no payoff for this.
The one
and that's what made it even worse.
The one issue I have, this version of Abby isn't the version of Abby from the game. Abby's way more
Arnold Schwarzenegger like.
Yeah, I say rough around. Yeah. And so that it takes her menacing.
Schwarzenegger, eh?
It takes
the chopper.
It takes her being as menacing or whatever from this. And now, if you haven't played the game, we're basically gonna be following Abby a lot in the next, so get used to Abby if you don't like Abby.
Yeah,
they changed some things because Joel wasn't with his brother, because his brother was with Joel and all that
in the game,
not Dana. But I thought he did all right with it. I thought the whole scene was done well. I just have a problem with Abby's, portrayal right now. So other than that, I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but it's one of those shows that I'm not like every night that night watching it. If I watch it the next day or two later, I watch it. So.
G Major threw in a $10 super chat. Big super chat from G Major. Thank you, sir. You guys hear the Easter egg about?
I heard about that.
Remick?
Yeah. The Irish, the leader of the Vampires and Sinners.
In the soundtrack on Spotify, a new clip from 1911 of a ship of Irish immigrants. No bodies found, blood on the deck, and only a man escaped smoke.
Yeah.
Did not hear that.
The soundtrack on Spotify is really good. It's really good. Like you said, you've been going to listen to South Midnight, whatever.
Yeah, South of Midnight.
Yeah, I've been listening to the
I've been listening to South of Midnight soundtrack. But yeah, I'll look into that, man. I think there's a lot of lore they can explore if he wants to write the story. And a part of me, I feel like, hey, this is an arts film because let's leave it an arts film because like Jaws was an arts film that got ruined by sequels. There's just like a lot like Joker.
I wouldn't mind someone doing a graphic novel of Sinners.
Dude, yes.
Do a graphic novel of Sinners, like that in between, or like do the Remick's backstory, with the boat and all that.
Or if because this is a Warner Brothers movie, if WB wants to party up and do a Max series, have somebody direct it and Coogler can just produce it. Because dude, we can get so much lore in a Max series. You know?
And you ain't gotta really follow Smoke and Snack at all. Then you could do other people in that universe.
Absolutely.
You can get the Irish guy back and just see what he's been doing.
Do a prequel of that.
Do more with the Native Americans. Yeah.
Possibilities around this.
There's a lot of
open.
Oh, go ahead, Denny. I'm sorry.
I just saying that the scene is I would love to see Coogler take on the Blair Project if they're ever going to really put some.
Yeah,
some money behind that.
Give it to him.
Let him handle it because the way he did with the vampires, very convincing, looked really good. So I would love to see.
And like I tell you, it's a horror movie, but it's not really scary. It's only like three or four jump scares,
like 2 or 3 jumps. That's it.
It's more suspenseful and more like makes you like.
What they could do, if they did a series, take the Andor route. One season takes place in the 40s. Another season takes place in the 50s.
Yeah,
but
follow a different group of vampires each one, but have it somehow connect to the
well, I don't know if Preacher Boy is gonna have a lot of offers, but he's someone you might be able to get pretty cheap.
Yeah,
have him and just follow him, or
have him a premiere in like every decade, like one episode. Have him, he be the connected tissue.
Well, if it's each decade, he's aging. You can get a different actor than play him. So. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, and there's no way WB is gonna look at the money this movie's making and go, "Oh no, we're not doing nothing else with this." Oh, come on, Ryan.
Please, they'll be begging him. Please, do something.
Yeah, and what Coogler might do, because he owns the property.
Not yet. He will in 20 years. In 20 years, he will own it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he signed a contract where he owned it.
It's like not right away. With their what do you call it? Not their masters. After a certain amount of time, they get the ownership of it. So.
So
was it 20 or 25 years?
Something like either one. I can't remember
Yeah,
what
it was something. I know. Yeah, I read that same thing. I
Yeah.
think we discussed it on the show Wednesday.
Yeah. It's 2025, one other.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
He'd be 60-something years old when he get it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's probably gonna be passed down to his kids and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
That's more.
Smart.
That goes back to that goes back to what he talked about in the movie, like black people owning their own things and stuff. So that's just that whole stuff like that.
what he might be able to do is like tell Warner Brothers, like, okay, I'll produce sequels or a series for you, but you have to greenlight these movies that I want to do. Because he said he's interested in doing more art films. So if he can get his films like greenlit by working with them, I don't think he's coming back to Marvel personally. Like
this is a Black Panther property.
Yeah, I don't think
he's gonna do Black Panther.
Well, he said he's not done with superhero route. He's done with that stuff.
Yeah.
If I was him, I would try to come. If it's really a legitimate offer on the table, I would go Blade because he's getting too much. He's done got too much. Not I won't say too much. He got a lot of negative feedback about his direction he went with Chadwick Boseman, whatever decision he decided to do. I don't.
But that
have
wasn't
a problem
him.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
His name is going to be tied to that, tethered to that. I don't think what he did was wrong. I think he did what he felt like he did. He felt was right. I don't have a problem with it. But if I was him, I would cut ties because he is one of the people that we see can do something besides Marvel stuff. A lot of actors, they get done with MCU, they try something else, they don't do as well. But we can see he has done very successful without Marvel. So if I was him, I'd just say, hey, that was a learning experience, bump in the road. I'm doing something else.
Well, it's like me and Rob said. Once if I see that Ryan Coogler name stamp on a project, I'm going to see it. No matter.
There's like 3 or 4 directors. If I see their name on it, I'm going to see it. Danny Villeneuve, Ryan Coogler, Jordan Peele, and Christopher Nolan. If I see any of those directors' names, I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
But you brought up Black Panther. I do got some news on Black Panther, but let me read this super chat real quick. Mason Clark said, "Did you and Adam get a drink before seeing the film?" No, I do not drink, but Adam might be making an appearance, guys. If we can get up to 30 likes, Adam's on standby in the backstage, guys, but we got to get up to 30 likes here. Boy Wonder doing $2 super chat. Can you and Adam please do so? Y'all need to get off Adam's weenie, guys.
You mentioned Adam, they come out the woodworks.
I know, bro. They're like, what? Adam, what? I heard that. They're like a ferret, bro. Adam, what? What? Like I said, hit 30 likes, guys, and I got Adam in the backstage. I got him pulled up here, man. This is not a trick. I'm being legit. I talked to him last night about
only
him
one
coming
way to
on
find
and
out.
making a cameo.
You gotta get those 30 likes.
I said, hey, Adam, would you be willing to do like a quick cameo on Storm's Live? And I'm telling you guys, we hit 30 likes. Man, you guys hitting that like button quick now.
You capping, Rob.
We're at 24 now. They're hitting it.
Jeez.
New generation lingo. Capping. You capping.
So yeah, Black Panther. So Jeff Snyder, he's an insider for Movie World. He said
no
that
relation to Zack Snyder.
No relation to Zack Snyder. But he said that T'Challa is going to be in the next Black Panther, but it's going to be his son.
Okay,
so
makes sense.
To me, that tells me it's going to be post Secret Wars, and they're going to. But the most important thing he said in his leak was it's an actor who's already playing a superhero now. They're just waiting for his contract to expire. To me, that tells me that's Hawkman.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe I'm just optimistic.
Or the guy who plays from Aquaman. Mantis. Think it could be him?
It could be him. Or I also saw the name of dude from The Boys.
Oh,
mentioned.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I don't see him carrying a movie though.
No, I see Hawk, the guy who played a Hawkman.
Dude, when he was in that outfit and he was dressed in like that like suit and stuff, I was like, dude, I can see this guy playing T'Challa.
Yeah.
Well, Eldridge Hodge.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. But apparently the contract, his WB. Well, he doesn't say his WB contract. Snyder said his contract with the superhero property.
Yeah, he's the guy that played in Cross, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's who I'll give that to him.
Oh, we spoke about that when Cross came out.
Yeah. He got to look for it. I'm here for it. Yeah.
I'll be interested. See what they do.
But
still a lot of time.
But because I seen a lot of people arguing like, well, how are they gonna do it? He was a kid. How are they gonna do it? I was like,
It's
guys, it's
called
gonna be
time skip.
after Secret Wars,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
A lot of
big time skip.
They time jumped 5 years,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
because we're still technically in the future right now in MCU.
So
exactly.
speaking of Star Wars, Danny might be getting what he wants very
Mhm.
soon. Because Bryce Dallas Howard has, according to the Snyder and a few of the other people, that
Of
he
course.
went to Lucasfilm, or Bryce Dallas Howard went to Lucasfilm and said, "Hey, I talked to Sam Jackson. We want." I think Sam Jackson went to her, from the way I hear the story.
Yeah.
And she's trying to pitch something with Mace Windu.
That would be
So,
interesting.
We can get
I thought of Danny as
Filoni.
soon as I heard it.
Get Filoni behind him, man, and we can get
I
what's
mean,
his name?
I don't know though. I don't
the
want
episode that
Filoni,
she
man.
did on the Mandalorian, I enjoyed. So
I personally
she
lost
got a lot of her
faith
daddy in
Dave
her, man.
Filoni.
is she gonna appear in Mace Windu? I'll definitely watch it then.
Okay, hold on a
I love me some Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay, we hit 30 likes. We hit 30 likes.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I should have said $50 super chat. All right, hold on. Let me
Right
contact
now.
Adam. Let me contact him. He's on standby.
She learned from her daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy was on Happy Days.
Yeah. It's Opie first.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
text.
texted him. So as soon as he
Oh my
replies,
God, yes, Danny. Wow.
as soon as he replies, guys,
Yeah.
I sent him the link. So Mason Clark threw in a $5 super chat. Since we haven't seen any trailers for Ironheart
I hope so.
that we know of, we saw like TV spots, like in the
Yeah.
Disney Plus spots. Do you think that means that's gonna be shelved like back row? No, they already
No, it's not.
said
It's
they were
coming
gonna bring it out.
It's coming out.
I'm not excited about.
I
Ironheart,
don't have no desire in that.
unless it may be something that may look good once I see it, but right now, like
Unless
chomping at
people
the
say,
bit.
"Oh, it got some," it makes a connection or something like that. I'm probably not going to watch it. I didn't like her
I didn't like.
character.
I didn't like. They made her
Nope.
seem too.
Too
I don't know.
too hood,
urban,
her hood, or,
Hey,
yeah.
say it, Danny. Say it, because I'm not allowed to say it.
Yeah, me and Danny in agreement with this. The
Yeah.
way they had her portraying,
She was too urban. Too urban. That's the nicest way I can say.
But they
it.
also butchered the Riri Williams character. She was nothing like the character from
That's
the
what I'm
comic.
saying. Yeah, like they overdid
that's what-
that. Oh, I'm from the inner city and I made it to this and that. It's just like, why can't she just be smart? You know, and I didn't like that. They didn't really have a connection to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like all we needed was a flashback of her meeting Tony at that little announcement he made in Iron Man 2 or whatever, or Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Like
I
for
like-
me,
I like
for
her.
me,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry, I just want to say quickly. Like for me, a person that didn't read those comic books, that doesn't really know Riri, it made me zero interested of
To
learning
read the
anything
comic.
about her at all.
Yeah,
I like the relationship between her and Shuri. I like that.
that was
about,
cool. But
That was about all of her Riri that I could stand. Even when she was in the suit doing stuff, saying stuff, I was like, the one-liner just wasn't catching. I mean, maybe it'd be better if she get under a different director, maybe change her portrayal a little bit. But to me, she was just a little bit too much.
Peter Parker was more Riri Williams than Riri Williams.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right, guys, hold up. Adam just popped in the back. All right, guys, here we go.
My wife left me, took the kids, kicked me out of the house. Look at where I'm living. I slept behind that dumpster last week.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the spirit of Sinners for real right there, buddy.
Wow.
It's my turn.
Oh, Skip laughing now, ain't he, buddy?
Oh,
Boy, Shannon is in the woo.
Hey, what did preacher boy dad say? He danced with the devil. You know what I mean?
And what's crazy, man, you see this clip where Cat Williams warning him, like, man, leave
Listen.
white girls alone.
Do I think she set him up? 100%.
Oh, did you listen to the actual video, the phone call,
the unedited one that she made?
Well, the edited one that she made, but the stuff she was saying was bait stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was bait and stuff. Like when she said, oh my God, what the heck she said? Like
About
stop manipulating me, Shannon.
Yeah.
No person on a regular phone
talks
call
like
talks
that. Yeah,
like
yeah.
no
Yeah.
person. If you're
you
having
say
a
that
word,
one more time, I'm gonna choke you. Why did
Yeah.
you say that?
But if you the whole concept is like, oh, I like being they like being it's
Yeah.
their kinks and stuff are all on display. It's like no one's innocent in that. Shannon's
then-
dumb. He's just
then-
dumb.
Yep.
Messing
Then
around with her.
then that role playing stuff.
Yeah,
And he,
yeah,
she,
yeah, so,
I'm
so-
telling you, bro. You are.
Like
done.
it
I
is-
hope you save your money.
Is Shannon innocent? He didn't do anything wrong, but he's stupid. He's stupid. He got set
The
up.
reason
And
he's
he's stupid. He's
He's
stupid.
He's almost 60 years old.
He's stupid.
Lives to somebody, a teenager.
Yeah,
That is
OnlyFans.
crazy.
Yeah, you stupid.
well, I don't think there's
all
anything wrong
these-
with a 60-year-old messing with a 20-year-old. They're both legal adults.
but you have
like
too
eight.
much to lose. And that-
Yeah, I
you have
agree
to
with that.
protect yourself in a situation. If you're going to do that, like I get celebrity, wealthy men, they want to pay for it. I understand that. It's a no emotional contract, whatever. But you're signing NDA, we're signing contracts. If I got that kind of money and we're messing around like that, I'm not letting myself get set up like that. And we know the world we live in. People are opportunists now, and she has a history of this apparently.
It's the OnlyFans model. How much could you trust her?
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, I'm a man.
50
I
million?
ain't trying to. I don't want to mess with nobody that.
Well, she said
slightly
25,000
looks
per
like
cheek.
like a girl.
She said
I want a
25,000 per
woman.
cheek.
No, I want it.
Well, did you see the clip of him surfacing now when he was doing Club Shay Shay with
The guy from Dave Chappelle show.
Ocho? No,
Ocho.
well, he was talking about the porn star Sky Bree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Ocho, you ever heard of Sky Bree? And Ocho's like, no. He's like, boy, let me tell you. So that means like this is going everywhere now. So it's like, oh, like he did something with Sky Bree now as well. It's like,
Again,
I want to know what happened to Michelle because last time I heard
my Michelle
was getting it on in the background. So like,
then-
what's going on with Shannon,
then,
bro?
Yeah, then the next day he gonna start pulling out the pills. I always come prepared. Okay, you should have been saying I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to come out, but he promoting a sex pill. What in the world?
Listen, is Shannon a grown man? But you a dumb grown man.
Yeah,
He making horrible decisions, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible.
If I'm worth that kind of money, I'm not setting myself put myself in a situation where I know someone can.
And I'm about to sign of $100 million contract.
Yeah.
Now that's going down the tubes.
I will say this though, and for the record, I don't know the whole story. What's going on with Shannon Sharpe? I don't know those stories, so I'm not gonna condemn anybody. I'm a big fan of Shannon Sharpe.
I am too.
Massive fan. When he left Undisputed, I followed him over to First Take.
My favorite thing is the Lakers at 5.
But I will say this: if ESPN fired Michael Irvin over no proof, then they better do something to Shannon because there's actually proof.
He's stepping away
He
right
stepped
now.
away, but I believe
But
a friend of
he ain't
mine
coming
said-
back. He ain't
yeah,
coming
a friend of
back.
mine says
But
credit.
Michael Irvin didn't do anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Nothing.
I
They
said,
won't
if
they
it's
won't
good for the
even
goose, it's good for the gander.
Won't even
You know?
mention his name.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even mention his
That
name.
Poor man was
this is-
innocent. He was just talking to this girl. He didn't say nothing to her.
And
And then you got Shannon Sharpe saying, "I'm gonna choke your ass."
Wait,
Yep.
Shannon is innocent. There was nothing illegal that was done.
No, there was nothing.
This whole like, she did not force himself. That was part. She's setting this man up. I understand it, but the optics of it is not good for a business. You know.
Yeah,
So,
she's
if
just trying to
let
get a
him go,
payout.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. She's definitely not trying to pay. Yeah. She's a money hungry gold digger. That's all she is.
She's a 20-year-old OnlyFans girl
Yeah.
who probably done plenty of stuff with celebrities.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh,
like, okay, I'm gonna.
Well, they got texts of her saying, "Oh, you gonna put a black baby in me and all that, all this
Yeah.
stuff." Yeah. So it was like,
You got-
ain't nobody understand it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what happened? They were probably doing something. He accidentally called her Michelle, and then she like,
You did what?
Yeah, but that
And now all these women are gonna come out of the woodwork. You'll see.
you gonna see it. You
Yeah,
gonna see
the other
it.
hand, when the FS1 said he did the same thing.
Yeah.
His old place already come out and
And,
said,
and then
he
the
choked her.
then her
Liberal
lawyer
choking,
is a
yeah.
lawyer
I
that
was just
tried to
reading
get her lawyer is a scumbag lawyer that tried to get Jay-Z hung up
And
a
P.
few months.
Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy.
Yep.
But her lawyer is so bad. New York barred him from practicing in New York because they say his practices are so
Mhm.
unethical and everything.
Yep. And now with this AI stuff, oh yeah,
Mhm.
they better have
Again.
a field day with him.
Again,
But
if-
AI
if
is
I'm-
crazy.
If I'm worth that kind of money, I am gonna be overly cautious about who I get involved with, whether I'm
Right.
paying for it or emotionally attached with. Like
you can
if
lie
I
to
meet-
me.
I'm gonna
Right.
have NDA's in my back pocket for people to sign. Like it ain't it's this way.
Well, dude, Vince McMahon signed an NDA with that chick, and he's still getting sued. And I kind of feel the same thing about Shannon Sharpe with Vince McMahon. I don't like Vince McMahon as a human. I think he's done a lot of horrible things.
But in the court of law,
she agreed to everything that was going on.
I think Shannon will win in the court of law. I think his reputation is just going to be completely tarnished from this. He'll keep his show, Club Shay Shay, I think.
It's his show.
But the other stuff,
I don't think he's going to be going back on First Take.
He won't. And like him or not, Stephen A., you don't hear nothing about his private life. He doesn't say it on TV publicly. He say, look, I done tell my lady friends, I hear the slightest thing. The slightest. We are
cut
done.
off.
You have never heard.
And bro, you know Stephen A. be hitting
all he want to do is stay in Miami.
He be doing stuff with Molly behind the camera and shit, man.
He says it every week. I want to be in LA. I want to be in Miami. Because that's his thing. But you don't hear nothing about him because
that's smart.
You gotta move when you make that kind of money.
You gotta move a different way.
You gotta move different.
You gotta be paranoid about it. Honestly,
yeah. Justin Monty threw in a $5 super chat. I would love to know Adam's thought on James Gunn's Superman. Then call him, my guy. Considering I know he's triggered over Henry Cavill not come back. If you think he's triggered over that, then you guys don't know Adam as well as you think you know Adam. Adam is a grown adult. Grown adults don't get triggered over movie actors not coming back for a movie. Maybe you children still get triggered over that, but Adam is not triggered over that. In fact, Adam is actually looking forward to the James Gunn Superman movie. He's a James Gunn fan. So, he does. He's not triggered over it, guys. Calm down. Rome. What's up, Rome? Coming in with $5 super chat. Why can't Shannon be smart like TB12? Get every girl to sign the NDA before anything.
I mean, that's how I would be. I would carry him in my back pocket.
Yeah, I remember I sent Danny a text. I'm like, bro, she fine though. And Danny's like, is she $50 million fine? And I was like, no, ain't nobody $50 million.
There's a text where she tells Shannon $25K per cheek. I was like, ain't no cheek worth $25,000 to me. I don't care.
Oh man, it's scary. It's scary. If you're dating today, man, you have to be careful.
Oh yeah,
it's
bad on like us regular people. Imagine having millions and millions of dollars. You know, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like sign here, urine sample.
yeah. I'm on videotape. You read this on camera right now. I so and so will not.
Wasn't there a movie or something that the guy did that? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to like.
I would be a hermit, honestly, if I would have that kind of money. I would be a hermit. I would be a hermit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for. Well, I don't know, man, because Bill Belichick's got that young chick now, but I think they're like a couple though. You know, so
there's like a 40-year difference between that. I think.
Hey, have you ever watched Mobland?
No,
I started watching. I was only 10 minutes into the first episode.
Boy, Pierce Brosnan and Tom Hardy. Them cats gonna win something. They are.
Oh, we're gonna talk about something that's gonna win something.
That show is fire. It came out of nowhere.
Okay, look, you guys seriously y'all need to get off Adam's weenie, guys. Come on, bro. I did it as a joke. Boy wonder. $2.
They're paying for Adam, man. They're paying for Adam.
Well, he brought me We met over YouTube. He brought me flowers. You know,
he signed an NDA.
That's what
it
was settled behind.
They need to go back in the archives, man, when Adam and him was doing that bench press.
Yeah.
It's on the members list. You have to be a member in order to access that. We used to work on a website called Web of Cinema, where this guy had a bunch of YouTube personalities on there doing reviews, and I met him because we were filming a short film in Orlando. So Adam, who's living in New York at the time, flew to Orlando, and that's how I met Adam. And actually, I believe the first time I met Adam, actually, now that I think about it, was Dragon Ball Evolution came out, and I was the only one that liked it
in the world.
And Adam, and Adam made a video defending me, and I think someone sent me the clip of, hey, this dude's defending you. Hold on a second. I'll actually pull it up.
And Rob was like, "Oh, my knight in shining
Oh,
armor."
man,
You got it?
I'm looking for it.
Oh Lord, work tomorrow, please, Lord.
I know the weekend went by way too fast.
Seriously.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I don't want to work. Never. Ever. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but
Jay. Now, right now, I just like to give my thoughts on something because it's really been irritating me every time Storm Sync
This is a terrorist bomber.
mouthing this guy because of a review he did on Dragon Ball Evolution. Now, here are my thoughts on that one. All right. I personally thought the movie was a piece of shit. Everyone thought it was a piece of shit. All right. He liked it, people. Who cares? He wrote one review saying that he liked a movie that we hated, and you're gonna fucking go badmouth the guy on the internet? I mean, come on, guys. It's ridiculous.
okay, so yeah, that's how we first met. Now I remember.
That's the early days of YouTube. Now it's like you can't say one wrong thing, the whole world power on you. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a drug dealer. I'm gonna say, what in the 8 Mile going on right here?
No, you need to look at that Facebook picture, bro. It don't look like no 8 Mile. It looked like he was one of them vampires got turned, man. One of them hooded vampires. Oh yeah, I guess we can hit Andor real quick, man. I know Danny probably. I don't think Danny watched right. Danny, man, you missing out, my dude. Missing out, man. It not only is it the best Star Wars we've gotten in years, man. It is the best television we've gotten in a while too, man. Episode 3 had me feeling all kinds of like.
Yeah,
did you
3
watch
was good.
Gascar?
Yeah, 3 was good. 2, I had issues with 2.
Two was the
I found it. The whole jungle thing was like
drawn
dragged
out.
too
Yeah,
long.
that was drawn out. Yeah.
But besides that, it's good. I'm intrigued. I
The
like
last
fact-
15 minutes of episode 3, man, when they're flying off and they do the zoom in on Cassian and he's got like the tears in his eye, bro. Like I started getting teared up. I was like, oh man, the dance scene mixed with the grape
drama
scene, and the Cassian
Everybody,
stuff.
everybody's freaking out about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand why people are losing their mind over that.
oh, it's the first time Star Wars ever done that. I'm like,
You
not
think
for
the
children
Empire
anymore.
hasn't done that? When George Lucas created the Empire, they were supposed to resemble neo-Nazis.
So what's the difference from having Jabba the Hutt having Princess Leia on a chain?
Yeah.
What's the difference from that? You know, that's sex trafficking.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like
that's true. That's a good point.
Because it was
with these
lighthearted,
channels,
so
man.
yeah.
Like they're so into the hate clicks that anything that's gonna trigger people, right?
Yeah.
Well,
they're gonna
they
put
can't
up
make
there.
up their mind what they want. First they say stuff like Acolyte's too stupid and silly and horrible writing.
Yeah.
And then when they give you something with
serious,
actual
serious and depth to it.
meat on with character development and depth, then it's like,
it's a slow burn. It's too slow. There's not enough action and all that stuff. I'm like, dude.
Well, a few critics who've seen the whole season said it's like the best TV show of all time.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Like it's gonna get all kinds of Emmy wins at the end of the season.
Well, they're saying that, and I believe you said it too, Rob, that the last 3 episodes is going to change how you see Rogue One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this better show than Shogun and House of Dragon?
No.
I would take it over House
Not
of
for
Dragon
me.
and Shogun.
Over House of Dragon, I think. Especially second
House
season.
of Dragon,
Second season.
first season?
Second season.
Well, I need to see it in the whole first before I make that final judgment.
I mean,
I've
the
only
first
had 3
season of House of the Dragon is better than that.
I have to wait to see
Not for me.
the full
I would
season.
take House of Dragon season 1 over Andor season 1.
Yes.
But so far, Andor season 2 is better than what House of Dragon season 2 was. If that makes any sense.
I can capture that comparison.
I can't really say Shogun yet because we're comparing 3 episodes to an entire season of Shogun.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Shogun is fire. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like the last episode of Shogun.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, I liked aspects of it, but I didn't like all of what happened in the last episode of Shogun.
Yeah.
But I think, but everybody said that once you get past the first 2 episodes of this season of Andor, it's like all gas and no brakes. Like it just keeps going, going.
Wide open.
Yeah, the whole Mom Mothma stuff with the ball in the dance room, like, and the daughter with the wedding, and like,
I love how she. What's the senator's name? What's her name? The senator, the main, the mom of the daughter that married. What's her name?
Mom Mothma.
Yeah. When her daughter was like, she told her what she said. Her daughter said was like, because he was like, you don't have to do this, whatever. And she's like, it's sad to me that you tell me this, whatever. I was like, you feel her hurt, in her as a mother and everything.
Yeah, and that's when she started tearing up, and then she like started taking shots and drinking, and everything. But she's playing the politics so good, man. Because there's so many so many parts moving in that.
And that's the part of Star Wars that people don't. There's a lot of politics in the Star Wars, And I liked, as much as I didn't hate. I thought the jungle with the kids, whatever, was drawn out a little too long. It kind of shows you how at the beginning of the rebellion, it wasn't all cohesive.
Yeah, it was.
It was a mess. It was a mess. So,
and it also established that they were on Yavin.
Yeah,
which is going to come back because that's where the rebel base is in A New Hope.
Yep.
Yeah. And also in Rogue One too. So yeah, but dude, that the grape scene, that was pretty intense. Yeah, just a lot of it, man.
Star Wars kind of sprinkled a little bit of the politics because we saw a little bit of it with Ahsoka. It showed a little bit of the politics.
Yeah,
we saw a little bit of it, if I'm not mistaken, in the Acolyte a little bit. It kind of touched on the politics of the Jedi a little bit.
Jedi, yeah.
But
that's the thing, right? The whole thing with the Empire and controlling, their order and their power. Of course, they're going to exploit people that are trying to run and not documented and stuff like that. I know people were talking about it's too realistic with non-documented aliens right on top of it.
Trying to like to tie it to Trump, but this was filmed 3 years ago before Trump was even in office.
But that's all been like illegal immigration. It's all been an issue in the state. So
they're supposed to represent Nazi Germany. And that's what the Germans did.
And they're going to that one planet to take those resources and everything.
Yeah,
that's a big,
And people saying they prefer Rebel Moon because of Episode 2 over Episode 2. They prefer watching Rebel Moon over.
I will never put Rebel Moon.
People were saying that. I was like, come on.
Because they were on wheat. There was no slow motion of them.
Who did wheat better? That's what they were saying.
Andor. Andor.
I know.
Yeah,
I think
I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I'm ready for the next 3 episodes.
So, Rob, do you like them dropping 3 at a time?
Yes. It gives me something to do.
Well, isn't there supposed to be a time jump in between each chapter?
Yeah, every 3 episodes is another year.
Another year.
Yeah.
I like it. It works for this format for what they're planning it out, right? Because we're not getting a season 3.
Yeah,
it's gonna go. It goes right into Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
So that's curious. That's cool. Like I like those type of things where those little gaps that fits in between movies.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved to get a Shadows of the Empire movie as well, and things like that happen in between the movies.
To fill in the gaps more detail.
And a lot of the stuff that happened in this, a lot of people don't know. This is what a lot of the books are like. Like they very much get into the politics of it because, dude, the first ever Star Wars movie was very politic heavy. You remember when Tarkin came in and they were talking about keeping like the Emperor just demolished the Senate. How are you going to keep him in line with the Death Star?
Keeping them in line.
Yeah, and like Bloodlines, which talks about what happens after Return of the Jedi with Leia joining the Senate and stuff. A lot of that stuff is very politic heavy. Is where the heart of Star Wars is. I know we all want lightsabers and Jedi all the time, and there's a place for that.
Yeah, but
there's also a place to have a serious politics show and talk about how horrible the Empire really is,
and why we are where we are in the universe.
And why the rebellion started. So
I like the speech in the first episode. He gives that the black girl when he's trying to steal that whole why you're fighting for this and everything. Is it worth it and all that stuff? So
dude tried to get in that freaking TIE fighter, went backwards. I was like,
Independence Day is all that was.
Oh God.
Well, we're not doing politics on here.
I appreciate the super chat. We do not get in politics here unless it's Star Wars politics. Thank you for your super chat. But yeah, man, I really like it, man. I think a show like this, I like the 3-episode format, but after binging all of Obi-Wan today, I think a lot of these Star Wars shows would do really good with just releasing the whole season.
Like a full drop.
Yeah, because sometimes just like a bad episode and then everybody's losing their mind, like, oh man,
The
this
whole week,
episode
yeah.
sucks, this episode's
Yeah.
boring.
That's a
But when-
double-edged sword, though. Because
Yeah.
We
if you
talked about
drop
that
it,
before.
you might get 3 good weeks out of it if it's, let's just say, a 9-episodic
Yeah.
show. But if you do it week by week by week, you got 9
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
Then for 2 months, 1 week.
Yeah, I think it's a happy medium doing the chapters like
Yeah.
dropping
I think-
2 at a time or 3 at a time. I think is the
I think if you got a
Exactly.
strong story, 1 week at a time or two episodes, you got I don't know, then I agree with Rob say.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and drop this whole banana.
Yeah.
It's
And
very
then-
rare to get a TV show that each episode is better, or like HBO
There-
can do that. HBO
There's
is
only
really
one
good at
TV
doing
show
it.
I know that did that consistently. And
Game
that's
of Thrones, yeah.
For
Sons
you,
of Anarchy?
Game of Thrones, but Sons of Anarchy, every episode, every week.
but that was
I think 6 seasons was like.
but that was
what
back
the
when
world?
we were still we weren't streaming heavy back then. It was still brought you watched it on the night it came out and stuff. So
And the people watching that series were still a lot of them back from the weekly episodes. and
yeah,
not wanting everything in one shot.
I'll tell you what, man. If they would have dropped all of Andor, I would have kept on going after.
yeah, I
episode
would have
3.
too. Yeah, I would
I
have
would've-
probably that whole
For
day.
sure.
That whole day, I would have probably watched it.
Yeah. That's why I didn't play. Because there was a new game that came out I wanted to play.
Have you played Expedition 33 yet?
No, I haven't played it because I was watching Andor and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'd rather watch Andor than play this.
I'm not a big I'm not what's called RPG fan, but the story in this is so good. It's so good. I'm just here for the story in this game, and I'm usually not a fan of all these cutscenes, but I'm watching every cutscene, and it's just the game's beautiful. But like that.
Hold on 1 second. Dude, I'm not answering your question because this is not a politics show. This is a show where we come to escape politics. Because I think there's 4 people on here, and probably each one of our views are completely different. And a lot of people, they would stop being friends with people for that. But we don't care because we're friends because of the stuff that we like. Right, so we don't care about what the other person thinks, nor should you care what any of us think about what's happening. Whoever someone votes for, it's their private, that's their privacy to vote. They don't need to, explain anything on what they think someone's going to do or not do. It's their right for that to be private. We don't need to answer that question. It's just a question. Now, if I was doing a Robert Storm stream during the day and you ask that, I might hit on it a little bit, but at the end of the day, we get together to talk about movies and Star Wars and superhero stuff. We're not trying to get into real life politics, man. Like there's enough stress in the world. We don't need to talk about it on this show. So that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna bring it up again.
I agree with that. Having said with that, what do y'all think about that new Predator trailer?
Fire!
I like it, man. It looks so good. A lot of people are hating on the design, but I'm like,
Yeah, so I want to talk about that. I
think it's a female predator.
Iron Man
Well,
is making
people-
it stick.
I've seen people like, oh, it's a black predator. He's black. Look at his face.
all the predators
What?
are black.
No, there's different race. So as a human species, we all have different races
and features.
The same thing with the predator species. They
I
have
thought the
different-
original predator was a black guy, like a black guy.
No,
playing the
I'm saying,
predator.
they're not saying that. They're saying that it's a black version of the predator.
predator,
He's
yeah.
a black.
Man,
you know?
people are really fishing, man.
They're-
Yeah, we
they're-
done saw, like
start
you
bull
just
crap.
said, some of the predators are bigger, some are
Yeah,
smaller.
I've seen green.
some
There's,
living-
Yeah.
there's red
some-
predators. There's the white predators. There's different races within the predator species. So
Yeah.
sit there and saying, "Oh, they changed the design of the predator. So
Yeah, if you
it's black. They're going woke now. They're trying to race swap the predator." I'm like,
if you
shut
read
the hell up.
if you read into the lore, some of them are like more scientific.
Yes,
Some of them are more warrior based. Some of them
Yeah.
are more.
they have a whole culture.
engineers,
They have
yeah.
a culture within their species.
And this is supposed to be a young predator. Like he's a
Yeah.
youngin' still.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I saw that when you talking about on what's his name's channel, Danny. I saw other people on TikTok and Twitter talking about. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
I watched. He was like,
But to be honest, though, if you look at the design, the design is fine. What throws it off is normally the Predator has their dreads on the side. Yeah. This one has it pulled back. That's it. That's really the only
Somebody
difference.
was comparing that. Why does he have the Killmonger? Bruh, the Killmonger dreads isn't trademarked by Killmonger.
They were actually around before that. It's just he made it popular again. You know, it's like, get out of here. Like,
I thought it looked good. I was interested to see like that planet was trying to attack him. Like he's going through a ritual or something to try to become a warrior predator.
He looks scared of that one thing that came out. I'm more curious about how the Wayland Wudani, the alien.
Yes.
From the bottom.
That's the logo for the Andor. Yeah. So I'm curious about that.
The rumor is because the director of this also directed Prey.
Yeah.
He wants to build up to another AVP movie.
Yeah.
A good one this time.
Yeah.
But did you also see the Independence Day alien skull?
Yes.
In the ship?
Yes. Yeah. I'm loving how they that little Easter egg and everything. So
people look for stuff to hate, man. I swear. Yeah. When I saw the trailer, I was like, bro, this looks good. And then when I saw the Predator, I wasn't thrown back. I was like, oh, it looks different for some reason. And then I realized, oh, it's because of his hair is pulled back and not the thing. But that was it. Like I didn't sit there and go.
As soon as he pulled his faceplate and them lasers, he looked like the regular Predators.
People complained about the Predator and Prey too.
Yes.
But again, that was how many years before the actual Predator movie?
They're evolving.
They're evolving. Yeah, it's like and like that whole it's a black Predator now. They race swapped the Predator. I'm like,
see, I didn't even think about that. I just thought it was a female.
I thought it was a different version of Predator.
I thought it was a teenager or something.
Yeah, I thought younger version. I thought he was a younger version. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I heard because before the trailer came out, I heard a synopsis that it was supposed to be like this young Predator gets dropped off and he has to like prove himself.
Okay.
So when I saw him, like, oh, this is just a younger Predator.
Yeah.
You know, but then when I started going through online, you know what you see, man. Whoa, Predator. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Like,
you guys said it about Prey, and Prey was awesome. Because remember when the Indian chick or the Native American chick, like, oh, this is gonna be woke, and then that movie was awesome, and they all just shut up.
Yeah.
That's why they ain't saying crap about Sinners right now.
Oh, I finally found it, Rob. I finally found them complaining about Sinners. You know what it is?
Oh,
the Latinos are complaining about Sinners, saying that there's no after he represented so good in Black Panther 2. There's no Latino representation in
Look at guys
and they're saying that it's a ripoff. He basically he owes it.
First time I hear this.
He owes this movie to Dusk to Dawn because that's a Latino movie starring Latinos, and that's what he was inspired by. Yeah, I'll find a clip. It's hilarious.
He didn't come out of water with his back wet.
Or cross the border, Danny. Forgot to cross the border.
People are crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like about, man. Because Haley was dressed like Jennifer Lopez at the end of that movie. There's your Latino inspiration right there.
I gotta find it. Where is it at?
Jenny on the block. Okay. No, man, but Prey, they were even complaining back in there. Oh, how could a girl beat a predator? Blah blah blah. Anyways, no, you like what you like. Take some, give us some, and take some.
People just want to complain about everything, man.
And I was saying you like just watch like the first.
Be very selective what you watch now. If you don't, be like, what in the world?
Like, no offense to my Latino brothers and sisters, but I thought this guy's take was so funny. I sent it in the private chat. Just watch like the first like minute or two of it.
I'll take a look at it. I'm gonna click.
I was like, you gotta dig so deep to find something wrong. It's like.
So
Picasso, really?
Now I live in Florida, so Florida has a lot of Latinos here, you know, in like Miami and so on. So around the Mississippi area, is there a large Hispanic community that I don't know about?
Not back then that time. I know that's my research. There was a big Asian community back there. I realized. I did research.
Yeah,
but I don't. You know, I'm
because this movie's supposed to be kind of historically accurate.
The Asians were there to help with the building of the railroads. I'm not sure about the Hispanics.
Yeah.
Now, if this was taking place in Miami, I think Homeboy might have a point. But like, this is Mississippi, you know? Oh my God, bro!
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. this is just some idiot that wanted to go against the grain because
Yeah,
no one's
that's all,
talking
yeah.
about it. So let me get a few clicks here.
A haircut.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we can wrap it up. Danny, where can the people find you, good sir?
You can find me on my channel on Mondays and Mondays and Fridays. I already uploaded my show earlier today for tomorrow, so please check it out at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, and I can only do that with your help and your viewership. Also, you can catch me on Wednesdays with these two guys below on Guy Scar's channel, and on Sundays, of course, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here.
Yes. Fuck right,
Fantastic.
Danny.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, you scored.
They scored. Sorry.
Go, Daddy, go. Yes, promote the channel.
That's right. Promote the channel, Danny. Try to.
You had me throw me off the route, bro. I was like, man.
Huh? Was it that
7
exciting?
p.m. 7 p.m. Yes, let's go.
I'm like, you guys got a special show coming up?
And I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just about to, but we know what we're talking about.
Like Danny said, you could join us. My channel, The Basketball Center, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the hangout. Tune in, guys.
Oh my
DJ.
I got a question for everybody.
Fun.
Are we all going Friday to watch the movie, right? It's come out this Friday.
Saturday
right?
for me.
I'll be Saturday. Yeah. Saturday.
Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Probably
gonna-
Thursday.
I'm trying to go Thursday myself.
Yeah. So
I've heard a lot of good things.
I'm hearing good things. Yeah.
Woo!
Just
But-
beware of your phone text messages, guys. I'm not
No.
going to Saturday
We
afternoon.
got our own.
Pick the right group. Pick the right group.
Thank the Lord.
Pick the right group.
Thank the Lord.
But you find my channel, Talking Black Guy, like Danny and Gaspar said, on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on over here on the Hangout, and then here on Sunday nights for you guys.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And we will be back next week with our Thunderbolts. It's going to be a full-on Thunderbolts show next week. No politics. Sorry. And thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. And I will check you guys all next time.
My wife left me, took the kids, gave me